It's incredibly exciting and very humbling to basically come to the conclusion that you have been living life wrong. What I mean by wrong is essentially our thought processes, the way that we think about life. And it really depends on, each individual and where you come from. But I can definitely say just listening to certain people speak and reading certain literature, just being so aware of how I thought that I was being efficient in life, and I thought that I was planning, and I thought that I was, being smart by essentially thinking about all the worst case scenarios that could happen from a decision that is made. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'm protecting myself. I'm thinking of, you have to think about all the possible outcomes, right? You have to think about, what if this decision that I make goes south? What if, what happens as a result of this? Well, we have to prepare for when, for if things go wrong. So I'm thinking that I'm planning from a standpoint of if, when in actuality, I'm planning from a standpoint of it's inevitable. A bad thing is going to happen. I think about what all can go wrong versus what all can go right. And it's incredibly annoying to just think about, because even like just last week, I had a situation to where, just realizing that my mind, whenever I come up with a plan or, I hear a plan, my mind immediately goes to, okay, well, let's pick out everything that could go wrong here. And I understand that essentially my mind does that because it's a way to protect me from surprises, right? I don't like being surprised by the unexpected, right? I don't like not knowing being surprised by something bad that could happen, right? So like, you get a disconnection notice in the mail from, your gas and electric or, from your water. It's like, I'd rather just kind of like look and see it coming, like, okay, so they're threatening to cut it off by this date. So at least I know that they're threatening to cut it off by this date. And then in the meantime, I'm like, okay, at least I know when they're planning to cut it off. Now let me just scramble and come up with a plan to try not to, to try to prevent that from happening. It's a very, very vicious cycle, and I'm trying to be much more cognizant of when my mind does this. I try to like really pay attention to where if there's something coming up that I dislike or that I don't like, I'm really trying to be in the moment and just change my perspective on it. Like even more recently here, like at my job heavily relies, we're a pretty small team at my job, and we heavily rely on people showing up and being present. Well, I was dreading today, actually. Wasn't really dreading. I was actually doing pretty good, but it kind of stayed on my mind as far as like a what if. Like, what if the person that is supposed to be here with me does not show up? My mind would traditionally say, okay, well, if that happens, then I have to, call all these people and pretty much tell them, hey, what you wanted to happen is not going to happen because I'm short staffed. I'm already, we're already overbooked. We're booked to the, to our noses, and all these clients that we have, and if this person doesn't show up, everything just kind of falls apart. But then I kind of started thinking like, okay, well, wait, there's a solution here. If that happens, try not to dwell on it. If it happens, you'll do like you normally do, and the show must go on. Don't think about trying not to dwell on, what somebody could say or what somebody could do as a result, and really just try to focus on what are the solutions to kind of keep the show going, basically. And it wasn't perfect, but I did my best to kind of just, when I would realize my mind was going to, man, like I really don't want to deal with, the repercussions of this person not, showing up. It was like, okay, well, hold on. Remember, you have a solution. There's a way to work through it. And in the back of my mind, I kind of kept saying, they're going to show up. 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 Right. So it seems like so far, so good that they are going to show up, which is great. So just trying to be very, very intentional with my thought processes. And I've seen in a few videos where the people said, you want to kind of start small and start with essentially just noticing when your mind goes into those repeated patterns that you're used to, those negative cycles, because I can think about a negative scenario so deeply that I can actually feel it in my body, right? Because the mind doesn't know whether something is real or not. It's just reacting based on how you feel. So I can make some very, very visceral negative feeling moments, especially if I think back deeply on traumas that I went through. So I have an incredible imagination. So I'm really trying to hone in and reshape my mind and most importantly, my subconscious to basically be able to produce these very visceral, positive cycles and thoughts and things that run through my head. I know it's possible because I've done it before. I just have to flip it and make things much, much more positive and not dwell on the negative all the time. Just wanted to do just a quick audio journal today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you kind of are experiencing the same thing or if you're on this journey as well, as far as trying to change your perspective and your outlook on life and essentially change your reality for the better. Get what you've always believed that you deserved out of this world and from this universe. All right. Hope you guys like, and looking forward to you subscribing and future conversations. I'll talk to you guys soon.